Ah, bubur tak? Oh.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Flash the slash. Chop it up. That's going to leave a mark. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen out. The legend of the... The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark. It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. Magic? He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of energy. The Nono prefer to... You... The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually... You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. You handle that. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part... The tree started to die. Records tell of the ruinous devastation that Toxin... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Regard. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
teknik pipisin no?
Let's see. That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard he worries there Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your action.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. The Myriad. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expect you. Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It only gets weirder from here. It's a bridge. Just get over it. Wow. You're bruised. Pow! Back at 'em. On the home stretch. Cutting edge. You feel faster. They've restroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. Shouldn't take much more. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Cautions you that the Sifu may be a little impatient today, as bad news...
Zata is the muito tloho.
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomed the news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101. It seems you don't mind a bit of blood on your hands. That's something you have in common. He There's sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a... Your Muma invented Wung Fu. Originally, it was based on unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain.
Patafu, uflete. Del novazi ale dluhodo.
The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now.
Tada, nizdatsne ukoni.
Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life.
Perfetta. Ya put, novi.
He had a feeling you'd say that. You're not sinister enough to be a Jagni. That big heart of yours makes you weak. He'll give you a chance to change your mind before you leave and asks you to reconsider. Otherwise, you'll... Then so be it. He wants you to know that they'll show no mercy at the end of this war and offers you a last chance to come back and join when you realize you've picked the wrong side. And with that, he urges you to seek protection at Myriad Stone Fort before word gets out that you've chosen not to side with them. It was built on the back of many, including us, and claimed by Myriad when the construction was abandoned after the attack on the old village. It was your Mooma's vision for a new home for us all. It's time to say goodbye for now, and if it's not the kind of goodbye that lasts forever, then the next will mean the end for you. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled.
What?
the deep cut. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Thinks you should just put one paw ahead of the other and make your way up there.
Sibi? La vanen agin kan man. Geradna falo hutut mus. Tugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you, but he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has proceeded. He's convinced the Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. The Jagni tribe may believe that fear their kin. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that tells you once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu. Seeing you The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. Didn't have much. Let's see. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Goop says he always does better whenever he leaves failure. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? Wait, but you need practice. Lots of practice. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. You should know. Practice makes perfect. As long as she'll see you at the village square. She says that. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. His only interest was... He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if... You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapons... It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got... She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before... You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. Then start by... They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. There's no way they'll let... He wants to know who you think you are. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it's nice of you to consider them. It's time to focus on your training now.
Amun, sana yote.
Here's someone close to heart, seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling. Training with Mu. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He suggests he's curious to see what you found. He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. You should take it with you. Wear it to practice.